Ria,
Yes, Dr. Neti?
some of our students, the presenter, the participants
Yes.
who don't attend the meeting cannot access, like they are waiting for someone who allows them to join the
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah. Because a lot of students, how to say, enter at the same time. So it's in
Okay.
waiting line. So we accept one by one, one by one. So many students are in
Okay.
waiting line.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Then we will wait. Okay.
okay,
We
please
will
wait, yeah.
wait. ค่ะ โอ
Okay.
เค thank you ขอบคุณค่ะ
You're welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I'm Dinaro, who will be your moderator for today. Before we start our event today, I just want to make sure that all the participants and team members is already in a Google meeting. So the team member from Kuala University, all of your members already here?
Yeah, all the members complete.
Okay, perfect. And from University Malaysia Police, how about is your members? So from UniMAP?
My name is Dr. Tungku. May I ask one of the participants to confirm the attendance for today? Renu, are all the participants here?
I'm sorry, Doctor. The voice is a little bit. I cannot hear.
Yes, everyone from UniMAP is in.
Okay, so all the members are already here, Doctor?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. Dria, our student couldn't access the meeting, the presenter.
Okay, so we're still waiting from Thaksin University. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, while waiting, maybe I would like to inform you the rules for today. So for all the participants, please turn off your microphone and camera during the presentation. Please turn on your camera, of course, in the photo session, because we would like to capture all of your face during the photo sessions. But after that, you can turn off your camera and microphone as well. And then please do not click any button. For example, like maybe sharing presentation button and everything, because it will be disturb anyone who present their presentation. And then, as you know, that this session will be recorded, so we would like to ask all of your cooperation to make sure that we are doing this presentation in very well and smooth. And the question and answer session will be at the end of the presenter talk. So after all the three universities have presented their presentation, and then there will be a Q&A session. So for the one who want to ask, please write down your question in the chat feature, and then you can ask to whom that you want to ask, and please mention your name and your university. At the end, if we still have time, and if it is possible, then maybe we can also open a direct Q&A. So it means that you can direct directly to the team members or from which university you want to ask. At the end of the session, there will be a feedback form that you have to fill in. And then after that, the e-certificate will be sent directly to your email. Thank you very much for your cooperation. And then we're still waiting for the team members from Thaksin University.
Hello.
Definitely, student can come, can join now.
Yes, I think we all can access the system now. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I think. Okay, I will leave the meeting from my smartphone, and then.
Okay, so it means that all the members of the team already here in the Google meeting. So now we will start the workshop. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and welcome to the second series of virtual mobility program of IMT-GT. Today our topic will be about digital volunteerism during the COVID-19 pandemic, possible or not. Before that, let's praise to Allah, the God Almighty that has given us to meet today, and to salawat to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, that already brought us from the darkness into the likeness. Honorable professors from all the university, from Kuala University, from University Malaysia Perlis and Thaksin University Thailand, and all honorable of the Office of International Affairs of Kuala University, who become the committee and also the host for today's event, and also for all the students and audience that already joined the program. So before we continue our schedule today, I would like to inform you that we will start the event at 9 o'clock, and let's finish before lunch, about 11:30 or 12 o'clock. Yeah, and now let's see the presentation for the first series of this digital virtual mobility program that will be presented from OER of Kuala University. So please, Syiah. Okay, I think there's some sound issues for the presentation, but I believe that all of you have seen the presentation. So at least that is a glimpse of what has done in the first series of this digital mobility program. So let's continue to first agenda for today. We will hear opening remarks by the Director of Office of International Affairs that will be presented by Dr. Muzalin Affan. Time is yours, Doctor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning for all of us. Honorable from Thaksin University, Dr. Tawesa, Dr. Tanatib, Dr. Nathanael and the team, Honorable from UniMAP, Dr. Tunku, Dr. Autor, Puan Juliana and also the team, and Honorable from Universiti Kuala, Dr. Melizar, Syiah, and the team, and also Honorable, very important today moderator, Dr. Dinaro. Welcome back to our international office activities, Pak Dinaro, and also Honorable all speakers and presenters of today webinar series of IMT-GT UNINET Teen Talk program. With the themes today is digital volunteerism, pandemic situation with all. And first of all, let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you to join the international IMT-GT UNINET webinar. This is the second, right? And I would like to express all our gratitude and appreciations, as well as extend a cordial welcome to all speakers and participants for today's event in the situation of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we hope that this situation will end soon, and all of us should hand in hand to work together to support the situations become normal again. So we are very happy on behalf of the Kuala University. We are very happy today to be the host of this series webinar. That this is one of our effort to support our old universities to become still active with the international cooperations since I think since March this year, all of us have been facing this uncertain situation, and also very hard situations that everyone understand. I think until now, we don't know yet, especially in Indonesia, because if you understand from the news, from the media, social media, that the pandemic, the COVID-19 in Indonesia, especially in Aceh, is going up. So we are lucky to hear that from Malaysia and also from Thailand, you already passed this. We can say this, you are facing the new normal. But in Indonesia, we are not yet facing the new normal. Yeah. So we hope together, we pray to Allah, to our God, that this situation will become better and better in the near future, so that we hope that soon we can meet again. We can conduct this mobility program physically. Yeah, we can visit each other. We can talk and chat and discuss each other by physically. But we understand that all of the situation that we are facing, we have to do something to overcome this. So we understand that this kind of event is our effort together to meet each other. Yeah, mobility. Even though we are not meeting physically, but we understand we are meeting virtually. This is a very good program. This is a very good program. I think this we can make this as the role model for the mobility program, even for the summer program of our cooperation under IMT-GT UNINET networks. We can make this is one of the model to spread to all our members, 25 members in this MTGT UNINET. So we hope that by this mobility virtual program, we our students and all our lecturers can learn each other, how to overcome this pandemic situation, especially from our friends, our students from Malaysia and from Thailand. You can share to us what you have we have been facing so far, and now we understand that Thailand is very good situation, Malaysia also, and we hope also we are in Aceh, in Indonesia, we become the same situation, especially our Universiti Kuala. So I would like to once again extend my appreciation to the organizing of this from Universitas Kuala Office of International Affairs to become this event today become a success, and also to Thaksin University and UniMAP from Malaysia. So finally, I hope all we can fight this crisis together hand in hand, and this global pandemic will end soon. Thank you from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's give a digital applause or virtual applause to Dr. Muzailin. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So before we going to the next agenda, the committee told me that they will represent again the video that previously they have some issue on the sounding, the sound problem. So please, Ria, please replay the video, and then after that maybe we can take a photo in the photo session. Okay, thank you very much, Ria, for the videos. Very marvelous, very remarkable from the first series of this IMT-GT UNINET Mobility for 12 and 12 project. So I would like to ask all of you to turn on your camera, but still turn off your microphone, of course, because we'll take the photo session. And now we'll give to the house to let's say to arrange the photo session. Please, Ria or Acheh. So there's no 1, 2, 3, Rahmi or Ria? Just to make sure that we are in the very good shape, maybe?
Wait, yeah. Yeah, be ready. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Freestyle maybe? One more?
Freestyle, okay.
Okay, done.
Okay, thank you, Ria. Okay, now before we continue to the next agenda, maybe I would like to re-inform again about our rules for today. So maybe Ria, please you show the screen about what is our regulation for today meeting. Okay, so I think I have. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Ria. So this is the rules for today. First, make sure that you turn off your microphone and camera as well throughout this session. So we just turn on the camera just for the photo session, but please turn off your camera and microphone throughout the session. So the one that only allowed to turn on the camera is only the presenters and the team members, just to make sure that we don't disturb with other video. Yeah? And then the second, do not click any button like microphone, cameras, share slides, and everything before and during the session, or it will disrupt the speaker. And then the third one, this session will be recorded, therefore we seek your cooperation. Number 4, the question and answer session will be at the end of the presenter talk after all the 3 university presented their presentation. And then number 5, if you wish to ask question, please state your name and country and mention for whom the question is asked in the chat box. Yeah, we have the chat box feature here, so you can use it. And then a link to feedback form will be shared in the chat box at the end of the session. So please follow all the meeting from beginning until the end, and then at the end of the session, the Office of International Affairs of Volunteerism will give you a link to give feedback for our today meeting, and then e-certificate will only be given to the participant who fill the feedback form completely at the end of the session, and will be sent directly to your email. Thank you, Ria. Okay, now let's go to the next agenda. In this agenda, we would like to present all the team members, the presenters, and all the speakers that will present the presentation today, and let them first introduce themselves. So I would like to ask the member from Syiah Kuala University, please mention your name and maybe what is the topics that you want to present for today, please.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
To introduce myself, my name is Muhammad Zaki Mubarak. My faculty is Social and Political Science. Universitas Syiah Kuala. My course is political science. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Diva Safina. I am currently enrolling in Syiah Kuala University, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, majoring in English Education. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marvic. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm taking Bahasa Indonesia in UNSYIAH University.
Yeah, we cannot hear you, Rian.
Easy. I am a student of Universitas Syiah Kuala University. I'm a math education student. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Muhammad Haikal Razi. I'm the student of Geophysics Engineering Department, Universitas Syiah Kuala. Thank you.
Thank you. So 5 members from the Syiah Kuala University team. Now let's go to the team from University Malaysia. Please introduce yourself. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm Renuka Devi from University Malaysia Police, pursuing my degree in engineering entrepreneurship. So I hope all of you are doing fine and stay safe wherever you are. Thank you.
Hi, I hope you can hear me too. Hi, my name is Ahmad Abdakin Abdullahi. I'm from Somalia and I'm a student of University Malaysia Police, and I'm doing engineering entrepreneurship.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. Hello, everyone. My name is Nur Nadia binti Musa. I am from University Malaysia Police in the program of Engineering Entrepreneurship. It's nice to know you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmed Hilmi. You can just call me Hilmi. I'm from Jordan, and I'm an electrical engineering student. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zakaria Muhammad from UniMAP. I'm from Somalia, third year material engineering. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much from the University Malaysia Police. And now let's go to the last team from Thaksin University. So please introduce us, your team member. I'm sorry, we still cannot hear you. I think it's still mute. I'm sorry, we still cannot hear. No, not yet. Still no. Sorry. Or is it just me, or anyone else cannot hear it, or maybe someone else can hear it? No. Okay. So yeah.
Okay, let's meet first.
Okay. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I am Natapon Sambun. You can call me Val. I'm from Thailand. I am studying in Faculty of Economics and Business Administration. Thank you.
You're welcome. So the other 4 members in this at the same room and still have difficulties with this sound, I think, or maybe you can represent the others members, maybe.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Thaksin. I am come from Thaksin University. I found in economic and business program. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're still waiting for the other three members, I think, from Thaksin University, but still difficulty with the sound, I think.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Perfect, yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Napung Kunset. I'm the third year student from Thaksin University. I'm studying Faculty of Education English major. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Petpachu. I'm a second year student from Publication of Education English major. Thank you. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Pakamat Khaumak. I'm the second year student at Toxin University. So I'm studying at the in the education faculty in English major. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. So thank you very much for all the team members that have presented themselves. Now, before we go into the next agenda, that presenting all of your presentation, I would like to inform you once again about the regulation for the presenter. First, each team will be allocated a maximum of 20 minutes for the whole presentation. Yeah, the student might be asked to conclude the presentation if they have used up their time. So I will inform you when the time is limited, it's done. So you have to conclude what you want to present. Okay, and then each of the team members should involve in the presentation at any time of the presentation. So it means that everyone just can join, yeah, the discussion. Yeah, you don't have to wait or just like the revolving who the first at the end, so you just can jump. And then the presenter may use any presentation aids or software, and please present it by using the present now feature. So all clear for this regulation? Okay, good. Yeah, we're using the digital sign, yeah? Okay, so for the first team members that will present the presentation, I would like to ask UNSYIAH University of Kuala. So now it's 9:27, so you have 20 minutes until 9:47 to present your presentation. So the time is yours, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dinari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Sawadee-kap, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce my team. We are from Universiti Syiah Kuala, Aceh, Indonesia. So today we will present about digital volunteerism during the COVID-19 pandemic, possible or not. So this is our team. Okay, next please. Okay, next is, this is our presentation outline today. So the first, our presentation is introduction and background. The second is digital volunteerism, student perspective. Third is example of digital volunteerism implemented by our university. Fourth is the possibility about digital volunteerism. And the last part is the conclusion. So, okay, I will pass to my friend Diva to present her part. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, everyone, we are now currently facing a really big challenge because of the coronavirus pandemic. It becomes a disadvantageous, it becomes a hindrance to a lot of people to do their routines. Things such as studying, volunteering, and traveling from one place to another become hard. Things things such as volunteerism is really hard. We need a replacement, we need a medium, we need to do everything online, including the volunteerism, as well as the hashtag stay-at-home exist. Because of this, the terms such as digital volunteerism is happened. Now I'm going to explain to you the definition about the digital volunteerism itself. According to Wikipedia, digital volunteerism or virtual volunteer is a volunteer activities which happen in the which happen on the internet using an internet connected devices such as personal computer and smartphone. It could be done at home, at school, at Telecenter, and at wherever where the internet connection is available. We also know this term as an online volunteer, as a remote volunteer, and also as an online volunteer. Now, if you are wondering about what kind of digital volunteerism, now I'm going to explain to you. There are many, but we give you the example here, like a web designer, an online teacher, a video editor, a social media campaigner, and also a translator. Why is it considered as a digital volunteerism? Because volunteer itself is the one who willingly to do anything without getting paid. So here are the web designer, the online teacher, they do everything willingly without wanted to being paid. And the next slide is about digital volunteerism in student perspective will be explained by Marifik.
Yes, thank you. You just heard the general definition of digital volunteerism. So this time I'm going to share to you 4 important points for digital volunteerism in students' perspective. First, I would like to start. It is a way of engaging in charitable endeavors locally and globally from home by doing a volunteer work online. Okay, it actually provides opportunities for us students to be useful and to give a contribution both locally and globally to an individual or a group of community working online. Of course, we are not receiving any salary for that, but we do it through volunteerism. We do this by utilizing our digital technologies such as our cell phones and personal computer. Okay, I would like to clarify that I put their home when we do digital volunteerism because as we know, we are still experiencing the corona pandemic, and so we are trying to cooperate with the government to stay at home. Okay, the next one is making a huge difference to individuals' lives from your own home by virtually volunteering. Okay, it means to say that it enables us students to get involved in helping other people or individuals by doing it for free online. So I believe it will give a great impact for those people that we help. So it doesn't mean that we are still students, we are incapable to help. So the next point is allowing students to do meaningful volunteer work from the comfort of their home through online platforms. Okay, it is basically a channel for us students to engage ourselves in a noble task, which is voluntary work without receiving any pay. So we can actually use different platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and also WhatsApp. So those are ways that we can do volunteerism. Okay, the last but not the least, it invites changing schedule students to contribute their time, abilities, and expertise to volunteer services via online for a non-government organization. Okay, we believe that students are very potentials. We have abilities, we have gifts and talents. So by doing this, we can actually participate and give our time willingly by doing digital volunteerism. So that's all from me. I would like to pass it on to Ryan.
Okay, thank you, Mary. So right now I'm going to explain about the example of digital volunteerism in our university during the coronavirus pandemic. As you can see on the slide, there are few of the type of the digital volunteerism. The first one I'm going to explain is the coronavirus campaign. This campaign, including the socialization, can be completely done 100% virtual because not all people use their social media to get this kind of information. So to make sure that they get this information, the volunteer disseminate the information to the community. For example, like they share about the COVID-19 virus. They share how dangerous the virus is, how to prevent the virus, and how the virus spread. They also tell people to use masks when they go out to public, use hand sanitizer when they touch something, and do the social distancing with other people. They also tell to wash their hand properly when they go back home so the coronavirus won't affect their neighborhood. Giving a free hand sanitizer and free mask is also part of the campaign. Our university wants to give free hand sanitizer to people in nearby society and the university employees. So the second one is the fundraising.
Ria or Rahmi?
No, it's not mine.
Yeah, it's someone else.
I'm sorry for the disturbance. So I'm going to continue my explanation. The second one is fundraising. The fundraising is most kind of volunteerism that has been done by our university students, because the fundraising is also a flexible type of volunteerism that can be done via online or offline as well. By targeting something, we raise charity from many sources and we donate the money. But the fundraising can seem completely done 100% virtual too. Sometimes we need to contribute ourselves into the activity when collecting money or donate the money to the target. So the next, as you can see, there are educational videos and online course. Making educational videos and opening online course with the intention to help educate or improve the knowledge and skills of the attendants. Some of this done by the education department and medical students. For example, opening a free online English class by English education department student is very helpful for people who attend the class. Yeah, as we can see, when people open a free online English class, the attendants can improve their English to use it in their studies. And then we can see the educational videos, for example, made by the medical students about some type of disease, as they acknowledge the disease more than other people do. This video will educate people on certain disease and how to deal with that. And the educational department student make a videos on certain subject depend on their majorities, and then share that on public on some platform like YouTube, as we know that people when struggle on something or looking for a videos, they go on YouTube. And the last one on the slide is the online workshop. The workshop take the same role as educational video and online course, because the intention of making a workshop is improving the skill of the attendance. For example, we have in our university lately, we have a workshop on how to make a better CVs. They give the attendance material how a good TV is, and then at the end of the activity, they ask the attendant to write their own and send it to them. And then the people on the activities will be told what if their CVs is good enough or not. So these are the most common volunteerism we do as students in our university. We also do another type of volunteerism like translator, developing material for curriculum, video editor, etc. But not in a large number, only a few of us. So that's all for me. Next, I'll pass to Haikal.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Now I would like to explain the possibility of virtual volunteering. Why is it possible? Basically, volunteering is providing unpaid help or service to people in need. You can do it individually or by joining an organization. But in this pandemic situation, you may ask yourself, should I volunteer? Well, to answer this question, I would like to show you the volunteer decision map during COVID-19. Before you join the volunteer activities, you have to make sure that you are in a good condition. If you feel sick or have COVID-19 symptoms, it's better for you to stay at home and take a rest. But if you are in a good condition and you feel comfortable serving in person, you can try to volunteering yourself. You can do it physically, volunteering, or virtually. It depends on the situation in your area. Virtual volunteerism is considered as alternative method to serve people during COVID-19. As a virtual volunteer, you can make a meaningful contribution to nonprofit organizations and social enterprises around the world that need your skill without ever leaving home. Next slide, please. And here are some reasons why virtual volunteering is possible. First, virtual activities is a safe new pathways to engage volunteers in the pandemic situation. During COVID-19 pandemic, working and volunteering remotely became essential to help each other. It aims to flatten the COVID-19 spreading curve by implementing physical distancing. Non-profit organizations can still carry out volunteering programs that have been previously designed by shifting conventional programs to virtual-based activity such as online charity program, campaign in social media, and make education video like Mr. Ryan explained before. In UNSYIAH, many student organizations have implemented this and it has already run effectively. The second reason is enable volunteers to work anywhere and anytime due to flexibility in scheduling, location, and level of involvement. Volunteers can fit volunteering commitments around busy life and contribute even they live in a remote area. They do their shift from home, maybe after work or study. This gives them the flexibility to volunteer when it suits them and contributes to making a program accessible even for people with disabilities. And the last is more ways to save money on operating costs and increase access to more qualified volunteer. Sometimes, when the organization recruit the volunteer for a certain project, they have to spend costs for transportation, meeting, t-shirt, and also meal. But by using online platform, there are more ways to save money for operating costs. Also, the organization can use volunteer seeker website like in Indonesia, we have indorelawan.org to find more qualified volunteers to help them in the projects. Next slide, please. Yeah, and what are constraints we might have in digital volunteerism? Here I divide the constraints based on beneficiaries and the volunteer aspect. First, from the beneficiaries aspect, the biggest constraint that we might have is internet access and the lack of technology facilities or devices. Basically, virtual-based activity must be run with internet, but some of the targeting group or beneficiaries live in a remote area with limited internet access. As we know, Indonesia is an archipelagic country with more than 17,000 islands, and some parts still not get the good internet connection, especially in rural area. It becomes the big challenge when we try to start a virtual project. And from the volunteer aspect, there are two constraints that they might have in digital volunteerism. The first is adaptation from physical volunteering to virtual activities. Physical and virtual volunteering have different ways to engage the volunteers, including in the recruitment process, communication, and monitoring. So virtual volunteering requires adaptation, especially for the beginner volunteers. And the second is not all programs can be conducted with 100% virtual activities. For example, last month, my colleagues from Geophysics Engineering Department in Kuala University made a charity campaign in social media to help people who are economically affected by COVID-19. After we collected the donation from donors, we need to distribute them directly to beneficiaries or targeting group. It means in some programs, we have to mix between virtual and physical activities. From the constraints that we might have in digital volunteerism, how to overcome them? Well, first, to solve the internet access and limitation of devices problem, we have to build a good collaboration between government and non-profit organization to create a better digital environment for all. Collaboration between government, private sector, and non-profit organization is the most important thing to solve this problem. For example, there is a non-profit organization like in Acheh, we have Acheh Japan Art Community Project that providing free gadget and internet access to students in need. This kind of project really helpful to students in attending study from home activities, and it will be the solution to create a better digital environment. And next, for the volunteer itself, we need to creating a guideline and the new system in a volunteer monitoring. Even without physical interaction, we can monitor the work of volunteers by creating a good system. We can discuss with volunteers how the ideal work system for them. In monitoring, we can use online applications such as WhatsApp group, Google Drive, Zoom meeting, or other platforms. If some program cannot be conducted with 100% virtually, always follow the COVID-19 protocol from the government. For example, use face masks if you are go to somewhere, washing your hand properly, and implementing physical distancing to keep volunteers stay safe during execute their tasks. That's all for me. And the conclusion of this presentation will be delivered by Diva Safina. Yeah, please, Diva.
Thank you. After hearing all of the presenter being presented their slide, now it's my time to conclude all of from our presentation. Now, we can conclude that digital volunteerism is possible as long as the volunteer, the recipient, the non-government organizations involved, and the government itself work hand in hand with the volunteer. We need to make sure that there are gadgets available and an efficient access of internet connection in order to actualize the digital volunteerism. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow, it's a very perfect timing. Well managed. Give a big digital applause to the Kuala University team. Very well. And on behalf of the committee and also Kuala University, we would like to apologize for what happened. We show that we are being hacked by someone's not, because this also one of the issues when we are using the digital, the virtual things, that one of the possible that could happen is when we get hacked from someone else. So we would like to apologize for this inconvenience. Thank you very much. Now let's go to the next members. We would like to invite the team from University Malaysia Police to present their presentations. It's now 9:47. Also 20 minutes for all of you to present until 10:07. Time is yours.
Hey, hi, good morning, everyone. Just a minute, I'm waiting for the slide. Okay, good morning, everyone. So this is all of my team members, as you have seen previously. So we are representing University Malaysia Police. And today we're going to be presenting about, next slide, as you know, digital volunteerism. So this is basically our content, introduction to digital volunteerism, how digital volunteerism will be an alternative, whether digital volunteerism is possible or not possible, and finally our conclusion on this topic. Okay, next slide. Okay, so moving on, going straight to the point. Okay, as we know, in this time of rise and spread of COVID-19 worldwide, has brought many organizations and individuals to work in giving back to the community in a very unique approach. So more of us are getting together to serve back to the community. But the question arises on how do we give back to the community when we are stuck in the comfort of our home? So the answer to this is digital volunteerism. But what is digital volunteerism? So digital volunteering refers to volunteer activities completed using the internet from home, school, telecenter, work computer, or anywhere, or any internet connected devices. So even though this may seem like a very new idea in today's world, the practice of virtual volunteering back to 1970s when Project Gristenberg began involving online volunteering. It's basically the oldest digital library around. Next slide. So here are some types of digital volunteering, such as educational programs like teaching and learning, emotional support programs such as mental health, abuse, and then providing expertise such as business advice, legal advice, and moving on to digital marketing for programs like marketing programs of volunteering or getting volunteers to get into the program. And finally, translating languages for different countries and people, or even any documents. So next slide. So I would like to share with all of you what has UniMAP contributed to not only the staff and students of UniMAP as well as the public people in Malaysia. So first is the Digital Run COVID-19 Challenge. So this program is conducted in order to keep us in check and fit. So it's a program where you can use your GPS to know the amount of steps or how fit you are on a daily basis. So at the end of a month of period, you just have to screenshot it and send it to the organizers, and you will be getting some freebies like you can see. And then moving on to the Are You Okay program. Just by the title, you know it's a mental health program. So it's not only given to, this opportunity is not only offered to students and staffs of UniMAP, we have further extended and given this opportunity to public as well. So you can contact them anytime to talk about, to get counseling advice and so on. And moving on to this final one is special incentive by UniMAP. So under this program, there is various different types of special incentives, but the main idea of this program is to fundraise and use that to support the students and the staff of UniMAP. So for example, like they gave out free laptops to students who couldn't have access to laptops, and giving supporting them financially if they have any financial problem during this COVID-19 and so on. So that is all from me. Thank you. And I'll be passing it to my team member, Zach.
Okay, hi everyone. So my part is going to be about how digital volunteerism, the alternative to face-to-face volunteerism during this pandemic. So it's true, digital volunteerism cannot totally replace the face-to-face volunteerism in many aspects, but it can cover many needs. So volunteering online lets you donate your virtual time because space that matters, which means you can make a difference even if you can't go physically volunteer somewhere. So COVID-19 has significantly disturbed the ability for non-profit organizations to access volunteers and funding at a time when demand for their service is greater than ever. So in response for non-profit organizations, they are undergoing rapid digital transformation of their people engagement and service delivery model. So innovation organizations are capitalizing on the time, skills, and network of professional volunteers who are searching for connection in a time of social isolation. So the ability for non-profit organizations to access workers and volunteers has been severely impacted by social distancing, job losses, reduced working hours, and increasing the care responsibility. So these organizations are facing unexpected downturn in financial giving due to the pandemic, while reacting to an unprecedented demand for their service by society most vulnerable. So in a time of newfound social isolation, today there is a great relatability about what social isolation looks and feels like. Next. So prior to March 2020, non-profit organizations relied almost exclusively on face-to-face volunteering as COVID-19 reshapes many aspects of our society. It also fast-tracking digital transformation in the non-profit sector. Many will need to alter their business funding and partnership models, pivoting towards new opportunities for survival beyond the pandemic, capitalizing on the benefits of virtual volunteering in one such opportunity. That's for my going to pass to Nadia.
All right, thank you, Zach. Okay, hi, I'm Nadia, and I'll be taking over this part, which is digital volunteerism is not possible, and then question mark. Okay, I have list out factors or reason why digital volunteerism is not possible. Next slide, please, Ahmed. Thank you. All right, but before that, let's look into the statistic. On your screen, we have World Internet Usage and Population Statistic as of 31st of May 2020. So, how many people use the internet? Almost 4.64 billion people were able to access to the internet as of 31st May 2020, which is similar to 59% of the global population. China, India, and the United States rank ahead all other countries in terms of internet use. Okay, let's look onto the opposite side of view of statistic, which is North Korea was in the first rank with an internet penetration of virtually 0%. Okay, now let's look into world total of penetration rate. So statistically, it shows that 59.6% of population in the world are able to access to the internet. So that means 40.4% of the world populations are still unable to connect to the internet. Okay, we might have similar thoughts like why there are still people are unable to connect to the internet, to access to the internet. Maybe because they are living in the rural areas, or maybe they are from poor countries. But don't be shocked, because there are 20 large countries, including China, India, and even the United States, are the main contributors to this group of people that are unable to access to the internet. All right, next slide, please. All right, thank you. So why are there still people are disconnected? Okay, these are some of the reasons or some of the factors that I have listed out. So the first one is the availability. Okay, the availability of the internet depends on people's ability to access the web through a number of different means, including wired, wireless, or satellite connection. So that means that people have different ability to access to the internet depending on the device they use. For example, like laptop, or maybe like wireless, like handphone and tab and so on. So mobile network connection have aid in closing the availability gap. So which means mobile network connections have reduced the gap between this group of people. So but 96% of the world population have some access to a 2G network, but this technology will only cover basic data connectivity. At least 1.6 billion people have no access to 3G or 4G at all. All right, next slide, please. All right, thank you. So the next reason or the next factor could be affordability in owning a device. Some people have different people have different income. So they have a different affordability to own a device. So income remains a key barrier for many to access the internet. The price of data, along with the cost of owning a device, a charger, and other accessory is part of what is keeping people offline, because they can't afford to buy or they can't afford to own a device. So on average, a person living in a developing country will spend just under 4% of their monthly income on internet expenses. And people living in developed country will spend half of that amount. All right, so next slide, thank you. Okay, next is relevance. Some people think it's not relevant to go online, but some people think the opposite. So relevance of getting people online. Many in developing nations fail to see the relevance of getting online. In order to make the web relevant to them, it would need to prove useful, relatable, and accessible. Language is one of the main factors that contribute to the relevance. Language remains the most identifiable problems with internet relevance globally. Only 10 languages make up 89% of the internet, with 56 of it is in English. All right, so for the last slide for the next factor that I have listed out here is the readiness. So in terms of readiness is to face challenge exists to ensure that people have the skills, understanding, cultural and social acceptance of the internet. Okay, readiness in terms of skill. Some people in any country, they have like lack of literacy skills, which literacy skill include in reading and writing. Okay, readiness in awareness and understanding. Know and understand what is internet. Many people have no idea what is internet. So next is cultural or social acceptance. Okay, this is the example. Women in developing countries are 25 less likely to be online than men. So this one is based on the data that I get from the internet that says 25% less like women less likely to be to be online than men. Okay, so there are few ways for this unconnected group of people to be joining volunteerism program. So they can join by joining traditional volunteerism program. By the way or method they can engage with organization or association that organize or conduct volunteering program, means they have to keep in contact with those organizations for them to be able to join any volunteering program. So, but this method is the opposite of virtual volunteerism. So, it proved that some people are still unable to connect or to join virtual volunteerism. All right, so that's all from my part. I will pass it to my friend Helmi. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Nad. Good morning once again. Assalamu alaikum. So I'll be explaining about the possibility of digital volunteerism during the COVID-19 pandemic. So first of all, there are many networks that are like focusing on that. So as an example, there's in the next slide. Yeah. The first one, the most popular, is the United Nations Volunteers. It has volunteers from all over the world, around 187 countries. So as an example, one of the things they have done during the COVID-19 pandemic, they have been helping people in Africa, countries such as Senegal, Nigeria, and Cameroon, in different fields such as social media administrators, graphic designers, researchers, financial proposal writers, project developers, and all of that. So next slide. Okay, so why you should volunteer online? More free time on the internet than usual. As we know that we all have to stay at home to stay safe, so that means we'll have a lot of free time to like having nothing to do at home. So most of us will just be like scrolling our feeds on the social media. So that's a good chance for us to to do something for the community. Self-development. We can learn new skills by helping people or even learning new things on the internet. Giving something to the community, as I said, you have to be an active member of the community in order to help getting over this pandemic. You'll also get a chance to meet new people online because basically you'll be helping people from other countries or maybe other continents. So that will give you the chance to get to know more people from the other countries. Next slide. Okay, what are the constraints you might face when you planning to volunteer online? First of all, is the time. I don't believe that that's a major problem with not all of the countries because like some of us are now stay at home doing nothing, but still some of us have to work at home. So those type of people that will be having some difficulties managing their time, but I believe majority will be having a lot of free time. Lack of motivation and confidence. As an example, if you're planning to give the volunteer activity you're joining, you have to give a talk or maybe even a speech. So maybe you will be lacking the confidence to talk about it, or maybe you're just doing it alone, so you'll be lacking the motivation, or maybe even just laziness. Language, as I said, the internet has people from multiple countries, which means different languages. So joining a proper volunteer network will help you overcome this issue. Skills. As an example, you're planning to join a volunteer activity that has something to do with engineering software such as AutoCAD, PSpice, and all of that. So as an example, you might just lack those skills, so you cannot help people in that field. So how can you overcome those constraints? Next slide. Okay, first of all, the time management. Let's say as an example, you're working from home. So you have to like to manage your time properly if you have really the intentions to help others. Join skill development courses. As I said, if you're planning to be helping people in terms of engineering softwares, as an example, for me as an engineering student, you have to join some online courses. I believe that many of the companies and many lecturers are like providing free courses online in order to help people learn more about softwares while they're sitting at home. So basically, you can, like use the time at home and learn new skills. Finding a suitable volunteer platform. So basically, you can learn like you can just join a network where it has the suitable language. I mean, like a language you're comfortable talking in. I mean, like I believe that majority of the internet uses English. So improving your English skills might help you, might ease the process of volunteering online. And as well, just like inviting your friends to help you volunteer, like a group of friends that will make you more comfortable in the environment of the network. So that's it for the possibility. For my part, I would like to pass it next to Ahmed. Ahmed, your microphone is off.
Oh, now? Sorry. I was sharing the screen. Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Ahmed, and I hope everyone can hear me now.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So my name is Ahmed, and I'm from UniMAP. So what I want to present about today is about the conclusion. As we mentioned in the topic, like digital volunteerism, is it possible or not? So the answer and what we believe is it possible. So look around us today. Like we are from different, we are staying in different countries, and still we join in one Google Meet and we share in sessions. So that is all about digital volunteering. So what if today you can invite 20 or 30 people and one Google Meet, and you can share about your skills and what your knowledge, so then they get benefit from there. So what makes possible about the digital volunteerism? So it's about the internet. Today's world in 21st century, the technology technology users around the world is increasing, and especially during this pandemic, a lot of people are spending a lot of time using internet, because everybody that's staying at home, they are not doing anything. They're searching Google, like to find out like what to do, because most of the people are feeling boring. Like today, for example, if I give you myself, like when I have like 5 hours, 6 hours, I'm not doing anything. What shall I do? I just go to Google and search, like what kind of skills I can learn. What if I can find a platform that can help me to look around, to search the volunteers that I want to learn for free? So that's all about digital volunteerism. So digital volunteering is the best way, like, to give it back to your community. And today, what we are talking about is not for the digital volunteerism is not about only the community that you are living. I mean, in the country that you are in, is international. Today you can volunteer someone in Malaysia, someone in Indonesia, someone in like all over, like maybe one volunteering session you do, you can give it to like 30 people from 30 different countries. So, but as we know, like there are so many challenges, like what happened today here, like, someone hacked and then they share like inappropriate video. So that challenge can be there because it's a technology, because it's not like 100% secure. But the best thing is like, to engage, to share the people, like, those who need it the most, to the things that they're going to benefit from you or from your friends. Okay, what are we going to do for the digital Francis? We need a community.
Sorry, the time is up. Maybe you can wrap it up and make it a conclusion. As conclusion, please.
So the best thing to do is like engage to your community, develop programs that like suitable for people that will interest in. And remote volunteering is very flexible and in terms of time and what else, like a lot of things there. So now our community needs us to create the change in ways that are both innovative and equitable. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much. Great presentation. Yeah, I mean, this group is really try to differentiate between the pro and cons and the advantage and disadvantage in a very comprehensive. Yeah, very good. So yeah, I would like also to invite all the audience to ask the question through the chat box. Yeah, we have one question at the moment. If you still have another question, please please mention to which group you want to ask. Maybe you can make it a little bit concise and compact to the point of the question. So thank you very much from University of Malaysia Perlis. And now let's go to the last but not the least, of course, from Thaksin University. So you have 20 minutes. It's 10:10. So you have until 10:30. So time is yours.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Hi. How are your day going?
Fine.
Great. Not bad.
COVID-19 pandemic. I'm so bored. I have nothing to do.
Oh, but volunteer? It's great to help people who are suffering from pandemic.
But I don't want to leave my parents. It's not safe out there.
Yeah, it's cool, but I understand. Then way to. How about digital volunteerism?
What is it does for kids? Syiah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, please let me introduce myself and our team members. My name is Natapon Sambun. I am the fourth year student from the Faculty of Economics and Business Administration, Thaksin University. And our team members are as follows.
Hello everyone, my name is Syiah Enhat. I am from Thaksin University, from Economy and Business program.
Selamat pagi. Good morning, everyone. My name is Napum Kunset. I'm a third-year student from Faculty of Education English major. Thank you.
Hello again. My name is Pagamat Khaumak. I'm the second-year student of Faculty of Education from Thaksin University.
Good morning again, everyone. My name is Paul Petchu. I'm a second-year student from Faculty of Education. Thank you.
Well, thank you all of my team members. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to be here today to share perspective and experiences with you all about digital volunteerism. Our presentation today is divided into digital volunteerism during COVID-19 pandemic, possible or not. As the main part, the first part is about introduction and perspective about digital volunteerism. The second part is about possibility of digital volunteerism during COVID-19. The third part content of digital volunteerism during COVID-19. The fourth part is about digital volunteerism in global and Thai society. And finally, we will present about digital volunteerism at Thaksin University. Okay, may I start with the first part, which is about introduction. What is digital volunteerism? Digital volunteerism is a volunteer activity that you can stay at home and help people by using the internet on your smartphone or your laptop, which is less time and more various ways volunteering such as crowdfunding and charity, or teaching people new skills by using the internet. Okay, our perspective about digital volunteerism from COVID-19 pandemic make an expanded perspective about volunteerism, means teams no longer have to be physically together, but volunteerism is still happening. It's being reshaped to meet the challenges of the situation nowadays. Digital volunteering is the way more comfortable to help people, which enables people to commit to the good social actions without having face-to-face communication. Digital volunteers can help local business to continue services if circumstances require them to shut down. This is especially apparent with COVID-19. Nowadays, digital volunteerism is more in demand than ever, particularly with more people social distancing due to COVID-19. With an internet connection, you can use what you have online, such as your skills by using digital volunteering for help people, so they will have new abilities and can build on their career, or money for who are suffering from this situation right now, and so on. Okay, this is the end of my part. Next, may I turn the floor to Mr. Salah.
Okay, today I would like to talk about possibility of digital volunteerism during the COVID-19. Digital volunteers are playing an increasingly visible role in the humanitarian response. At the present, digital volunteer has become popular, well known in social media. For that reason, anyone can online volunteer because they don't contact a leased area. Volunteers are adapt to the situation, creating new platforms for people readily accessible and quickly. Easy for volunteer online to help people and risks of infection of those affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. It's done at home and there many people option to help people. For example, volunteer teach a book alike, raising money for those affected by COVID-19. Volunteer online let you donate your version time to a cost spend the matter, which means you can make difference. Even if you can't go physical volunteer somewhere. All you need to make difference is internet connection. The possibility is flexible. Probably the main benefit that digital volunteer can totally choose anyone needs. Digital volunteer and required to commute, make themselves look presentable or spend long hours per day. In fact, volunteer search engines enable people the knowing of charity according to the time to want to serve. There are determined when you fulfill their responsibility. In addition, digital volunteer are facilitated by physical disability, distance, or education. Anytime with your internet connection and phone, can you volunteer build personality and professional connection? Thought and online network and make an impact. It's skill-based. Many people want to get professional skill to advance. Furthermore, some people want to get more practice with skill that needs improvement. Digital volunteer allow professionals the chance to find opportunities that suit their ability to set skill, which will ultimately give to resume at healthy boost. Volunteer works in presence employers are general, but digital volunteer work to show that applications are master matching this time. It's global. The fact of meter volunteer are no longer restricted by distance or location LA traffic. Different time zone and eventual traffic ocean cannot stand in the way of volunteer. Decide to help us, you and volunteer. For example, it focuses solely of digital volunteer connecting them to service work around the globe. Indeed, volunteer can make a difference in community thousands miles away, or from the comfort their own home. This is my honor next point with the totally opposite my class. Hope to enjoy one is Napum Punse.
Thank you, Mr. Lalak. For my part, I'm going to talk about the constraints. From Mr. Lalak, she has talked about the possibility and pros, right? For my part, I'm going to talk about the constraint in digital volunteerism during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, as you all know, that everything in the world always has two sides, right? Good, bad, advantage, disadvantage, impossible, or possible. There is nothing only have one side, including the digital volunteerism. That means the digital volunteerism also has two sides as well. There has the pros and the constraint. For my part, I'm going to talk about the constraint. There are many constraints in digital volunteerism that the volunteerism will suffer. The first is the internet. Limited the internet. Currently, the internet has been used extensively. There are, according to We Are Social and Hootsuite, the static in the first quarter report 2020 reported that there are approximately 59% of the entire population use the internet. However, there are 41% of the entire population do not have chance to receive the internet. So that means the beneficiaries will not receive any information or data from the volunteer. For the next is no payment. Everyone must understand the meaning of volunteerism. According from many dictionary, for example, Oxford Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary, Longman Dictionary, or Collins Dictionary, the meaning of volunteerism is the willing providing time or working for providing time or skill as a volunteer and to do for the benefits of other people without being paid for it. That means you will not receive any payment or salary income from the organization that you work for or volunteer for. For the third is being ignored by the organization. Being ignored organization is the one constraint that really you will suffer. If the organization do not develop a solid strategy for operating the digital volunteerism program, people who as a volunteer will experience many frustrations, such as a long way to for responses to a question or general disconnect from the organization. For the next is isolation. If you are digital volunteerism, you have to work at home alone, and you will not get the experience of social interaction, and you will lack of the companionships as well. That can destroy your commitment to be a volunteer too. And for the finals of this part is confusion of a distinct mission. If you do not understand the mission clearly, it will make you send a purpose, something like that. And to sum up, digital volunteerism seems to work easily and fast. However, there are the constraints that will struck the to be the digital volunteerism. I have done this my part, and I will pass this on to Ms. Pakamat Kamak, who is taking this opportunity to talk about the digital volunteer in global society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Napum Kunset. Now you're with me, Pagamat Kaumak. So I'm going to talk about my part, which is about the digital volunteering in global society. Okay, now I would like to present to you an app which is called Be My Eyes, which is on the slide. So Be My Eye is a free app that connects the blind and the low vision people with sighted volunteer. Thanks to this app, you can be the digital volunteer. Firstly, you have to understand that the blind people, they all have activity as if we do, like going to school, eating food, and so on. But sometimes those all activities can be very difficult. So from this point, maybe I think you are curious how we can be the digital volunteer by this app. So I'm going to tell you that in this app, it allows you to help the blind people what they are trouble with. You can help them through the live video connection. So try to imagine you are stay at home, but or even in your bed, but you can help others. Is it good? Isn't it? I think it's good. Nevertheless, Be My Eye is just an example. Out there on the internet, there are various ways to be a digital volunteer. For example, United Nations volunteers. The next one is Catch a Fire. And furthermore, Smithsonian digital volunteers, and etc. All you need to do is surfing on the internet. Okay, so now you know about the global society. The next part is I would like to talk about the digital volunteerism in Thailand society. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. Which is on slide Pet Thai Supai. Do you know Facebook, right? I bet you know. Okay, Pet Thai Supai is a Facebook page that was founded by Thailand Tech Startup Association and Alliance with nonprofit. So the purpose of this page is to give the information about the COVID-19 to Thai people. And they also have the application called Pet Keeper. The next slide. Okay, thank you. So in this application, you can check your symptom about the COVID symptom. So yeah, if you have any question, you can consult with the medical team. Okay, I'm already finished my part. So next, the next part is will be talking by Mr. Paul Pechu. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. For this part, I'm going to talk about digital volunteerism at Thaksin University. There are so many projects and activities that's provided by Thaksin University. But today, I'm going to show you one of them. This activity is fighting COVID-19 with local wisdom of Thaksin, Thailand. You may want to know that how can wisdom help us and protect us from COVID-19? Okay, let me show you and explain you more to know more about it. This activity is pretty interesting, isn't it? You might want to know that how local wisdom help us. Okay, fighting COVID-19 with local wisdom of Southern Thailand is an activity that the volunteer will teach you to cook while you are staying at home by streaming on Facebook Live. And how can it help? Nowadays, going outside is very dangerous because of the virus is everywhere. And eating at home and cooking at home is the best way to survive for this situation. And yes, firstly, how can it help? Uh, certain Thailand foods is a lot of herbs, and herb is good for our body and our immune system, and it's the reason that why the volunteer pick up this one to teach everyone. And yeah, and for the conclusion, on behalf of our team, I think digital volunteer is possible because I don't see the bad side of it. And as long as we have a chance, we can do it. Why don't we do it? Yes, we can do it anytime, not just for this situation. Anytime, anywhere, everyone can do it. Yes, and I think I agree. I agree with being digital volunteer, and I agree to do it. Yes, and it's come to the end of the presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, great presentation. Let's give a digital applause again for all the three universities, from Kuala University, from Universiti Malaysia Perlis, and from Thaksin University, that had presented a very marvelous presentation about how to do digital volunteerism, and also what kind of constraint and how to overcome the issues. And from Thaksin University, it's a very good and great opening. Yeah, it's very, very good. Okay, so now we are going to the Q&A sessions. There are already 4 questions in the chat box. However, it's also possible from the team members, I mean from each university, to ask also to other university if maybe you have any questions, or maybe you want to share some ideas. And it's also, we like to also invite all the professors who want to also give insight, questions, or maybe additional information to support what the members already explained. So maybe we start with the question from the audience first, and then after that, if we still have time, then maybe we can also add another question from professors and also from team members to other team members. Okay, maybe Ria, could you have to present the questions that already show on the chat box so we can see it? Yeah, all can see. Okay, so the first question is, hello, assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Fatiha from Malaysia. I would like to ask a question for UNSYIAH. Okay, so this is the right question for UNSYIAH participants. We are aware that some activities online is actually limited, and it might not give a long-term effect considering a lot of factors such as connectivity and also environmental disturbance. So the question is, how do you make sure that the impact or the aim of the volunteer program or project is achieved if it's done digitally? So the question is how to make sure that the digital volunteerism is achieving the aims. Okay, so please, from UNSYIAH, maybe the spokesman or the spokeswoman to answer the question, or maybe everyone can also join to answer.
Okay, thank you very much to Fatiha from Malaysia. The question is, how do you make sure that impact or the aim of the volunteer program or project is achieved if it's done digitally? Well, based on my experience, when we conduct the virtual or digital volunteerism, we have to set the target from the program itself. For example, what will we provide to the participant? If the program can be the good impact to the participant, so we can conclude that our program is run effectively. And also at the end of the program, we can ask directly to the participant what is the effectiveness of the program itself. And also maybe regarding the connectivity or is internet access, limited internet access, it depends on the kind of digital volunteerism itself. Maybe not all digital volunteerism it must be run with the big internet quota or something like that. Maybe we can run the campaign by using our social media about how to prevent the COVID-19 virus. For example, we can post some posters in social media. It can be the kind of digital volunteer also. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I think it's already answered also the second question, yeah, from Nurul Islami Dini. But yeah, maybe you can add more. The question is about for someone who want to join digital volunteer but has the problem with limited internet data or quota, what someone have to do. So I think you already mentioned a little bit about how to overcome this issue, or maybe you have another examples, or maybe another activities that may be not using so much data as apart from how to say it, the campaign and everything, maybe.
Okay, actually, there are certain organizations that their focus is to raise funds. So I think the first thing that she should do is she needs to coordinate with the organization or the agency that she wants to involve in. She should share her heart, and I believe that this organization or certain agency will be the one to raise funds for her. At least they could help her when it comes to quota. So that's it.
Okay, wow, a very good idea. So we have to collaborate with other institutions, yeah, or parties at least to help us limited fund or something else. Okay, thank you very much. So the next question is from Azizi, yeah, from Hidayatul Azizi from UNSYIAH, and he would like to ask to UniMAP. The question is, what do you think is the role of the organization and government to overcome the constraint of digital volunteerism? Okay, so from UniMAP, maybe the spokesman can answer this question, please.
Assalamualaikum. Okay, wait. Okay, first of all, thanks Azizi for the question. Okay, so the question is basically asking about the organizations and the government. I believe that the organization job is to provide a suitable platform in terms of language, skill, and environment. As I say, the United Nations Volunteers platform actually provides training to those who are planning, who are like having the intentions to volunteer. So once you want to volunteer, you already be skilled enough to be volunteering. So in terms of government, I would say easing the access of networks with affordable prices to everyone and promote creative volunteering platforms. As an example, Malaysia during the lockdown has provided free internet for the houses where you didn't need to pay the internet bills. So that means that everyone can get the internet for free. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, great to know that Malaysia provide a lot of facilities, yeah, during the COVID-19. Yeah. Okay, good. And next question is from Dian Indriani, yeah, from Indonesia, and she would like to ask for Thaksin universities about what kind of volunteer programs we can do as students. Okay, so this from students' perspective, so that we are more productive during pandemic COVID-19. And then also to Thaksin University from Naura Nazifa, also from Indonesia. The question is about what is the example of digital volunteer that we can do, and maybe the example of your team that you have already done. So those two questions is to Thaksin University, and also the question is from Indonesian participant. So please, from Thaksin University's representative to answer this question. I think it's still mute. We cannot hear your voice.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. As a student of education faculty, and in the future, I will be a teacher. For me, I think that what kind of volunteer program that I can do as student right now is teaching online or share the knowledge online for other people who want to know about the English, because I'm going to be an English teacher in the future, and I think that is the best way to do right now for as a student.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you want to add about example of what maybe your team or maybe the university have done?
Okay, for the example that our university have done, from me, in my opinion, I used to do is, Be My Eyes, as I present to you as above. Be My Eye, I used to help the foreigner named Martin. He had the problem about where he want to go to school, but he get lost. So he asked for help to me, and then I make a live video connection and help them with. I told him that he has like a live video connection, right? And then I can see the picture from the screen on my phone, and then I told him that he have to go straight, and when he go to that point, I tell him more, and then he get to school like safe. So I think is you can help them with a little problem, but can make his day. Thank you.
Welcome. Oh, I think this question is also very interesting. I also would like to know from the example, and also as the student of UniMAP and UNSYIAH, what has you done for digital volunteerism? So the same question for other two universities. Maybe from UniMAP first. So what is the example of UniMAP have done or you have done? And as a student, what are you? What is you have done as the digital volunteerism? Yeah, maybe from UniMAP. It's the same question for Thaksin University, but maybe from UniMAP point of.
Okay, hi sir. Thank you for the question. So regarding from the university, I've already explained earlier, like the Are You Okay program and the fundraising program and so on. So from volunteering personally, I would say like it could be helping out friends, because we had all our lectures and all our studies online, which is quite tougher if you compare to a face-to-face studying. So there will be a lot of misunderstandings, as well as with our final year project and all that. So we use this online platform to help one another to further understand about whatever we are learning, as well as because the times are really tough. So most of us were stuck at home during this whole RMO and all that. So I think there were some of them who had were being depressed or so on. So I've spoken to some people through online video calls and so on. So I think I might have helped them, hopefully. So yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
good. So to motivate others, yeah, how
Yes.
to overcome this situation. Also, like learning together, yeah. Very interesting. Okay, so how about UNSYIAH? Maybe from UNSYIAH can give some example. What have you done, or as a student, what you can do is for digital volunteerism?
Yeah, as we explained before that the example of digital volunteerism in our university has done the fundraising, and lately, because the coronavirus pandemic, the university as the student who is the community service program, there are 3,500 students, I think. They being asked to tell the community about the COVID-19 virus. And also, like I explained about the medical student making a video on certain disease, it's being attached from the university, from the faculty. So this is, I think, the student who volunteer themselves is like on the fundraising, volunteerism, on or even the translator. Most of the digital volunteerism is most of the digital volunteerism done by the university by giving tasks to the students, like the community service program and the test on the medical student and education student. That's all I can say, maybe.
Okay, great, thank you. So the next questions from Rian from Kuala University. The question is to Thaksin University. The question is, what are the common problems in the existing organization in your university, and how do you overcome the problems? So, I mean, the problem is regarding the digital volunteerism, of course, yeah? It's not about other kind of problem. So, yeah, please, maybe from Thaksin University, you can answer these questions.
For the Thaksin University, the common problem in existing organization in our university is to promote. Not our university not do not promote too much. Yeah, that is one common problem that we know, and that can make the student in university do not know the information about the volunteerism as much as possible. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So maybe how do you overcome the problems then? Because it's regarding about promotion, yeah, or promote.
I think that we should start from yourself first, from ourselves, and then by tell your friend and spread the news to your friend and share in the internet platform or social platform. Yes.
Okay, so it's more using the social media, yeah, to promote, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah, while waiting for others' question from the audience, maybe among the speakers, among the team, maybe you have another any question to other teams, maybe Thaksin University want to ask the UNSYIAH team, or maybe UniMAP want to ask about Thaksin universities regarding maybe sharing experiences or how to deal if you have maybe any project with digital volunteerism, and maybe you have any obstacles or constraint that maybe you want to discuss. Yes, please, while we are waiting. Or maybe the professors as well, the lecturers, the doctors. Maybe you have some insight or any input or comments for maybe what the students' activities has done from each university. Yeah, we still have maybe about 10 minutes before we can close our event for today, our meetings for today, if there's no more questions. Yeah. So no question for each group, maybe? Okay, I think we have asked all the questions from the chat box. Or anyone want to speak directly?
Okay, I would like to ask a question.
Okay, yes, please.
I am not sure if all the speakers from all the representatives from different schools are involved in digital volunteerism. I want to know at least two or one of them could share. Are they engaged, or is she engaged in a digital volunteerism? What kind of volunteerism she's involved in?
Okay, so good question. So I think from Thaksin University, there's just one example of My Eyes, yeah? Be My Eyes. And maybe if there's another members who are also involved, yeah, please, you can share your experience here from UniMAP as well. or maybe the audience who has also involved in the digital volunteerism activities, maybe you want to share your experiences, maybe? Okay, so yeah, we're still waiting for the question. If no more question, then maybe we can finish our meetings for today.
Hello.
Okay.
Can I
hello,
answer
hi.
the question? Yeah, because like
Yes,
as
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
as she
please.
asked, she said like if there any digital volunteerism. So if I
Yes.
give an example, is like I'm from Somalia. So
Oh.
during this pandemic in our country, there's like conducting our final exams for high school students. So all of our Somali students in UniMAP, what we are doing is like we're conducting a digital volunteerism for all the students that who are really interested to have a revision online. So what we are doing is like every day is like we have like different sessions. For example, today we're providing like a math revision, and then every day we have a different subject. So each one of us a volunteer like what subject really are you good at, and we help them to really understand more about the subject, because what they will have is like they will have a face-to-face exam within 2 weeks. So this week is going to be last week that we're going to do the digital volunteerism with them.
Wow, great activities. So, I mean, how about in Somalia itself? Is there any problem for, like, say, maybe some of the questions about quota, about internet? How is it in Somalia? Is there any problem with that if someone in Somalia wants to do digital volunteerism?
Yeah, main the challenge now we're having is the internet, and the other challenge that we're having is like the time difference. So usually, like when we invite 40 students to join our online session, like usually we just get like 25 students, and the rest like they know it's not about like they don't want to join, but they want to join. But the problem is like there's sometimes that they don't have a network, and even if the companies that provided internet in Somalia, they don't have a good quality internet for the community. Although even if you pay in money, you may get like very poor internet.
I see. Okay, nice insight, nice views, from yeah, from different continents, basically from Asia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the next question is from Dina Uliana from Indonesia. I would like to ask a question for UniMAP. What is the importance or benefits of digital volunteerism during this pandemic? So what is the real benefit, or what is the real advantage of this digital volunteerism during the pandemic? So please, from you.
Okay, hello.
Yes.
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
All right. Okay, good. Okay, thank you to the to those who asked this question. Oh, to Dina Uliana. Thank you for the question. And for the importance or benefits of digital volunteerism during this pandemic. Okay, the importance are because during this pandemic, Malaysia, I take Malaysia for an example, because Malaysia have already ordered for movement restriction audit during COVID-19 crisis. So everyone must stay at home and be safe. So the movements of people are very limited. So to avoid the spreadness of COVID-19, but also people we are not just staying at home do nothing. We must spread the awareness throughout our social medias and any online platform that we can, to remind other people to stay at home and stay safe and follow the SOP that the government has stated. For example, like we cannot go out to crowded areas. We must keep our social distancing, and we must always wash our hands or sanitize our hands. And now we receive order from the government to always wear masks, because we never know who are the carriers of COVID-19, because we have new cases arise these past few days. So the orders are being released by the government for for precaution action must be taken by everyone in Malaysia. So that is all from me. I hope
Okay.
that answered the question.
Okay, thank you. So do you think this
Alright.
digital volunteerism is only for pandemic situation, or it can also benefit for normal conditions? Yeah, everyone. I mean, everyone can also join the discussion. So do you think this? Yeah. Oh, okay. So please.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not only for this pandemic because I think it goes beyond the country, like one of my team members said. So like just like how we are all from different countries, but today we are connected here and we are able to discuss about topics. So like we think that sometimes volunteerism is just like being at that place and doing something, but actually there's a lot of things like you can help to promote, advertise, do video editing, give advices. So once it become digital, so it's open, anyone from anyone can, anywhere can help anyone. So I think it should be practiced all over the time and not only during this pandemic.
Okay, good. Anyone else maybe want to share their opinions? Yeah, because some of the question also I think one of the question also asked about effectiveness, about efficiently, about if we compare between the digital activities and face-to-face activities. So maybe you want to give some opinion about this one. Which one is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Personally, I would say that before the COVID pandemic, digital volunteerism has existed already. But for now, it becomes very relevant because of the limitations to go. So I think the good thing about digital volunteerism, it cross borders. So whether you are from other countries, like from the Philippines or wherever you are, like sharing experiences and knowledge, we can do digital volunteerism. We can even teach English or anything through digital volunteerism. So I think it's more relevant, only more relevant for now.
Nice insight. Maybe someone else want to share the ideas or opinions, please? Okay, yeah, we're still waiting. Also, if there's still some more questions, if not, then maybe we can, wrapping up our meetings today. Okay, it's 11 o'clock now, and there's no more questions. So I think that's all for today. So for the wrapping up, I would like to say that there's a lot of advantages to do the digital volunteerism because it's a cross-border. Also, it's sometimes cost efficiently, so you don't have to maybe spend much money, more budget in compare with if you're doing the face-to-face. However, in contrast, it also have some some limitation. For example, like the quota, the internet. Maybe not all the country has a very advantage in internet connection and networking. However, in every situation, every issues, there will be also some overcome. For example, like maybe we can do some collaboration with organization or government that can support some limitation that we have. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for all the presenters, for the speakers, and also to the audience who have asked the questions. And for our last agenda for today, we would like to invite Dr. Melisa as the Vice Director of Office of International Affairs, Kuala University for Promotion and Mobility Training, to give some closing remarks for today. For Dr. Melisa, please.
All right, thank you very much, Pak Dinaro. Very good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, honorable to our colleagues from UniMAP, Professor Tunku, Dr. Atur, and Madam Juliana, and also honorable to our colleagues from Thaksin, Dr. Tawaisa, Dr. Rati, and Ms. Chanati. And honorable to our team from Kuala University, Ria, Dini, Rahmi, and of course to Pak Dinaro. Welcome back to International Office, Pak.
Thank you.
And honorable to all participants and audience. And Alhamdulillah, today we finished our agenda. And there are some points that I want to address at the end of this session. First of all, it is very interesting in terms of participants. So we got a participant very diverse in terms of gender, in terms of the year of study, and also department or majors, and also in terms of country. So even though we three countries involved, but we got students also from international students who study at the university. Therefore, we can listen a different perspective. For instance, we can listen perspective from Africa, for instance. And the second one, the participant come up with very interesting idea or perspective or on virtual volunteering. So, and finally, the all participants come with the conclusion that digital volunteering is possible, not only during this pandemic, but we can also go beyond this pandemic. But of course, with the obstacle or challenge, however, it is very interesting. The participant already addressed how to overcome this challenge. And finally, I think the most important thing of this event today is not only advance our understanding about digital volunteering, but also I hope, I think everyone hope that this event will inspire us to do more in terms of digital volunteering during this pandemic or even beyond. And I think very interesting. One of the students from UniMAP said that this is the best way to give up give back to the community. I think the digital volunteering is the best way to give back to the community during this pandemic. And yeah, I think that's the last point that we need to this point. Hopefully, this event will inspire us to do more for community in terms of digital volunteering. And finally, I would like to express my gratitude to all party or already involved in these activities. Team from UniMAP, from the national office, also team from Thaksin, and also team from Kuala University. Of course, Ria, Rahmi, and Dini, who worked very hard in this second session. And I would like to express my gratitude to them. And also to moderator, Dinaro, thank you very much. And of course, to all participants and all audience, thank you very much. And hopefully to see you in the third session next month. And again, thank you very much to all party or people already involved in this. Thanks again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Malija, for the great speech. Also put some comment and insight for our session today. So on behalf of the committee and also Kuala University, I would like to say thank you very much for all who already attended our meeting today. And we would like also to apologize for maybe for all for the bad things happened during the session, maybe, or the minus that maybe we cannot fulfill all the things today. So thank you very much. After this, maybe don't forget to fulfill the feedback, and then you'll get the e-certificate for all the audience. Once again, thank you very much, and I will close with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I think it's informal meeting now. So if you want to talk with others, please. If not, then maybe you can leave the meeting.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, please. You can meet with others.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Thank you for the insightful session. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Good job.
Yeah, I hope you can meet physically after this.
Bây giờ hỏi về đâu ạ?
Nice learning from you guys.